Alright, I'll share a moment of my thought process with you. I've been trying to determine whether it makes more sense to take the head off with the intake manifold or try to take the intake manifold off and then take the head out. And I was studying my manual over here. I've got the Chilton's manual, and it says there's a bracket. It says to take the head and the intake manifold off together, and that there's a bracket up under the bottom of it that holds it. And obviously I can't see any kind of bracket from up here, so got the car up in the air, crawled up under it, and I'm going to take you up under here with me so that you can see it. And I wanted to do this before I put a jack under the motor, because I have to disconnect the motor mount. So from right here, I believe you can see, and I can't point at it because I'm holding the light and the camera, but there's a black metal thing that goes up under the bottom of the intake with two bolts in it. It looks like two 10mm bolts. That's going to be the bracket. So what I'm going to need to do is get a long wrench up in there and disconnect that, and then disconnect all the little hoses and gas lines and gizmos and this and that that's up in there connected to that intake manifold. And then when I lift the head off, I should be able to lift them both off. The other thing I was concerned about was whether I was going to have to take the timing chain completely loose to get it loose. But according to the book there, it looks like they show the head coming off with only the top timing cover off. They do say that I have to remove this engine mount right here, so I'm going to do that. And there's supposed to be a tensioner, a timing chain tensioner that I can get to somewhere in there. I believe I can see it, but I can't touch it with this in the way. That I should be able to loosen, which allows me to loosen the belt enough to lift this off. So with that said, and I got to release the fuel pressure. I never owned a car that you had to release fuel pressure with, so I got to figure out how to do that. So I'm going to get to work on all that stuff, and then we'll go from there.